What's new in ITIL 4 and what's changed from V3? For more than 15 years, ITIL has been the most widely used framework for IT service management around the world. To better clarify what's new in ITIL 4 and different from version 3, we need to understand that these two versions of ITIL were released at different points in time where the needs of IT organizations were not the same, given the evolution and fast speed of change that has occurred in technology in the last decades. ITIL version 3, released in 2007 and then revised in 2011, has been probably the version of the best practice framework that has impacted the largest number of organizations across many industries. The success of ITIL version 3 was largely brought about by the introduction of the concept of the Service Lifecycle, which provides an end-to-end perspective on the elements and activities that need to be managed to deliver valuable IT services, not only when in operation, but even from the early stages of strategy, design, transition into operation, and continual improvement. The Service Lifecycle concept, along with all the guidance provided around it, enabled many IT organizations to change the way they planned, designed, delivered, and supported IT services, optimizing their resources and increasing the maturity of their processes. Back then, IT organizations needed to increase their degree of control and standardize the way they used to do things, so the approach recommended by ITIL version 3 made a lot of sense. As the technological landscape and everything around it evolved, IT organizations were faced with the need of increasing the speed of delivery, innovating how they used to offer and deliver services to their customers, reducing costs and optimizing resources, and many other interesting challenges introduced by digital transformation. This is when ITIL 4 was released, just in early 2019. It must be said that ITIL 4 is not called version 4 as opposed to version 3, simply because the 4 refers to the fourth industrial revolution, instead of merely referring to a sequential number following the previous versions. Hence, it's just ITIL 4. Is the Service Lifecycle still part of ITIL 4? Certainly not. But this is not because it's no longer useful or applicable in the modern IT context. As a matter of fact, all the guidance included in ITIL version 3 is still relevant for the management of IT services. Then, why had there to be a new version of ITIL if version 3 was so good? Well, simply because ITIL version 3 was primarily focused on an internal IT service management perspective, and with the changes happening in the world, a wider focus on the business's digital transformation was necessary. ITIL 4 still contains some of the same or similar processes that were included in version 3 and even additional ones, but now it puts them within the overall concept of the service value system, in a place where it's clear that they are not meant to be the goal in themselves, but rather an important component that supports the core operations of the organization. They are no longer called processes, but practices, emphasizing the fact that these elements do not necessarily have to be as formal as they were probably perceived in version 3, but they must be actually performed by the IT organization to enable the delivery of value to the business. The central element of ITIL 4's service value system is the service value chain, an operational model that depicts the key activities that an organization carries out to create value for its customers. Considering that the line that used to divide the IT organization from the business is narrowing every day, these activities may well apply to a business as well as to an IT organization, since in a digital business model they work closely together for co-creating value to their customers in the form of digital products or services. ITIL 4 also introduced 7 guiding principles that provide the basis for IT organizations to transform their culture into an agile and collaborative one, providing the basis for the successful adoption of a digital mindset across the organization. This makes ITIL 4 perfectly suitable for agile, DevOps, and other newer approaches that are being adopted by organizations worldwide. In summary, ITIL 4 has taken all the useful guidance provided in ITIL version 3 and put it in the right place within a management system that is necessary for a modern IT organization in collaboration with the business to deliver value to its customers in the form of products and services, all within the context of digital transformation.